Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily oracle reading for April the 18th, Saturday, 2020. And in the essence of time, I have begun to shuffle and pull the cards prior to the reading so that maybe more people will actually look at the video instead of look at the recap, because the video is too darn long. So bear with me as we move into this new way of reading, and I hope you appreciate the attempt to be bright and not long-winded. So today, the energy that we will be working in is abundance. I am limitless. I am a limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So, if you're not recognizing all the things that you have to be grateful for, this is a call to begin doing that. Because gratitude is the key from moving from one place to the next. You can't, it has not been my experience that I could move quickly from one experience to the next while I was not recognizing the blessings I have already been given. So that's just my experience. Maybe you've had another one. But abundance is not just the stuff that you have, because abundance calls us to recognize the creative ability that we were born with. We were born to co-create our world. So the thoughts that you have, the emotions you attach to those thoughts, create the things that you see daily. Create the things that I see daily. And if you're not liking what you see, that's a call, or a cry even, for a change, of thought patterns. So, abundance, whether you see it or not, is our birthright. Now, on the surface level, some of you guys got your stimulus check and ran to Walmart. And I'm not judging. You know what you need. But I would think, for me, not necessarily needing anything, thank you, God, that if, in fact, is something I am blessed with, needs to go into the bank, because I have no idea what will be the new normal in the very certain future. But having a little cash on stash has never been a bad thing. So moving on into what I had been calling the toolbox, but we've moved that angels and guardian angel cards into the angels and ancestors. So these are still your energies that we have to work with as we walk in the abundance of the day. And the card that was pulled, is the Star Ancestor. And it asks that we follow the voice of our soul. So as we walk in abundance, what is our soul telling us about the here and now for today? And that is the Star Ancestor. The Star Ancestor's message is that we heed the messages coming directly from our soul. So that would ask me, are you in Are you in direct communication with your soul? Or does it have to hit you upside the head before you realize you might be moving in the wrong direction? Or are you recognizing the fact that you can find joy in a day as a message from your soul that you are moving in the right direction? There's a deeper purpose for your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. We were born to be bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently and is not a new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn toward a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up the corners of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. But, I don't know what you guys have been feeling, but I keep talking about going down the rabbit hole. And it's become very, very clear from my emotional content that that's not a place for me to go. One of the great spiritual books talks about being in the world and not of the world. Well, hello. This is truly a time to pull that out as a guidepost, because what we know, if we have strong spirit anchors, is that much of this is an illusion, and we are creating the world we want today for tomorrow. So if I pay a lot of attention to the illusion, that the world would say, these are facts, here are the statistics to support it, I'm going to be in misery. And I'm not going to want to, I'm not going to want to get up in the morning. So with that being said, it's time to go in, turn off the messages from the world, between the sage, the cow dung, and this new candle. I'm getting a little clogged here. But turn off the messages from the world and move in the direction your soul is calling you. You will know it by the way you feel about moving in that particular direction. If it's bringing you joy, it's probably bringing you to the right side of the street. The second card that was pulled was guilt. And for me, that's saying I have to just let things be and recognize that many folks will not agree with my stand, and that I have to support my soul. And if the messages from the world, which oftentimes come from the people that are closest to us, even after we turn off the media, are those that are in juxtaposition to your soul's purpose, I have to find a way to ground myself, still love the person, and let go of their message. So those of us who are being called to be of service to the light know that we cannot expand all those things that come up in the darkness and make them bigger daily and be in service to the light. It just doesn't work. So guilt, once again, is saying to us, because it's come up once before this week, I believe. Am I giving way too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? This is asking us to do more self-care, to let some of those things go that we call obligations and do what we need to do to protect ourselves, to regain our personal power, and do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart, because honesty is freedom. And guilt is really a fear of being disliked. So are we people pleasing in this pandemic? Now, understandably, we need to do what we have to do for our elders. Why? Because we want them around. And in this time of really unknowing, that's one thing we do know. We love them and we want them around. So, plan to do things of service for them. Not just willy-nilly run into the store for everybody that says, I need bread now. Pick a day. That's your run day to be of service. Because granted, we still have to do the things that we are being called to do that are going to have us running. And then there is, how do I ground again and clean myself off of all those negative energies around me if I stay immersed in it? So those are the questions guilt comes to ask us. The service that we are doing, is it a service that comes from your heart, or is it you're afraid of being rejected? Spirit is never going to reject us. And if you set clear boundaries for the people you serve by way of your spirit, they shouldn't either. It may be a little have some little bit of discomfort as you transition into a new way of moving, but never rejection. And if so, you have to pray for them, because they're not being fair to you. And who said life was going to be fair? So moving forward to the third and final card, and that is from our Daily Miracles. And this card says, the hush of heaven holds my heart today. Remember that where your heart is, there is also your treasure. So I'm going to dig into that just a little bit. Where are my Daily Miracles? Here we go. I usually don't dig into these, but let's see. Does it give me anything more? Well, I'm going to have to look at okay. This is from the Course of Miracles. So what this is saying to me, that in stillness, we will recognize exactly what is important. And from that recognition, be able to move forward. So looking back at guilt, how important is it really to be liked when you're coming out of learning and honoring exactly who you are? Because the energy for today was abundant. So that means to me that not only do I, but all those around me also have everything that they need. So me being of service does not mean that I'm people pleasing. It means that I'm doing what I think my purpose would have me do that matters for my soul's development. And that's not being selfish. That's being in tune. So, that is a message for today, April the 18th, Saturday. Recognize that we all are moving in abundance. Even though we may be moving a little differently from what we had been. This is a time to restructure your thoughts about abundance, to restructure how much moving you do toward things that don't really matter, and to recognize that, once again, daily, the hush of the heavens hold my heart. Now that would be the stillness, the quiet of the heavens. And I often equate the heavens as what lives in here, that is the body mind, evenly. The heavens are in the balance. So in the stillness, find your inner balance, recognize your abundance, and listen to your soul for purpose-driven movement. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Oya Transformation, daily oracle reading for April the 18th, 2020. Namaste, and as always, be well.